enough where you can do that. Sometimes I wonder if it's a real thing, if it's an imaginary thing, if it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy about there not being enough women because women don't want to get involved. I don't have anything to base it on with women, but we were at an AMBA conference, which is, I'm not going to surprise anybody when I say it, a traditionally older white male population.
Mm-hmm.
There was an African-American gentleman in the crowd, and he raised his hand and he said, how do we get more people like me in this room? Valid question, right? I looked at him, I said, join the board. Get on the board and bring people to and he said, no, that's not me. I'm just saying, how do we get more people here? And I was like, well, I'm telling you, like, join the board, be the voice, let people see you. And he said, no, that's not me. I just want to know, what do we need to do? Well, you have to do it like you did with the podcast. You have to take that step. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And I get asked that question a lot. I actually was on a podcast and they were like, so how do we get more women involved in engineering and manufacturing? And I just looked at them and like, you invite them. Like, you just invite them. Like, just
it's not that hard.
Come here, you know. But the thing is some people are like, well, we don't care what you look like. And yeah, that's all well and good. But other people do care if they don't see themselves in something. So like I talked to a couple interns at Automate in Detroit, not this most recent one, but the one last year, and it was in Detroit. And one of my friends is one of the marketing people for Mission Design, and she goes to their career fairs and stuff and helps like build the content around their career fairs. And these two interns that she just brought on stopped at her table and they were like, we were only stopping at tables that had women at them.
Interesting.
And I was like, why did you do that? And they're like, because why would we want to work for a company that, you know, can't understand some of the things that we go through as women? And like, one of the things she brought up, she's like, I can't go up and ask a guy for a tampon. Like, I can't do that. Like, so how do I talk about those things? Like, I'm not going to feel comfortable talking about those things. Frankly, I don't want to talk to a guy about those things. Like, I'm more comfortable around women talking about that stuff. And I just thought it was really interesting that these two students made that point. And so they stopped by Mission Design, and now they were, I don't know if they're still there, but they were interns for Mission Design, and they absolutely love their experience. And I just think that's a really good thing to think about for companies. So if you're at career fairs, maybe think about who you're sending and like what knowledge they have, where they work. And like, if you don't have someone, like if you're not a diverse company, okay, so what can you do to make it more diverse? How can you make people comfortable to approach you? I don't know, that person in the crowd, you were giving him an answer, but if he's too scared and intimidated to be that person, to be that voice, then what can we do as a whole culture of manufacturing and engineering? How can we help them be more comfortable to be that voice? Like, who can mentor that person to be an advocate? So I think it's all connected, and it's all kind of like a chain of series of events. Like, we need to support one another and be cheerleaders for one another. And, you know, I can only speak about women. I mean, I can speak about guys, but like, I understand what women are going through in male dominated industries because I went through it, and it's not something we're making up or it's in our head.
Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't assume that.
But I feel like some people, and I'm not saying you, but I feel like some people have been like, oh no, this doesn't happen. Like, we're not like that. We're not like that at all. And it's like, but you kind of are. So it's okay. Like, let's fix it, moving forward and progress forward. So I think having like uncomfortable conversations is important. I think we need to stop getting so offended by every little thing, because I think that's a thing now where everybody's just offended by everything, and just really like allow people to ask questions, especially if you think they might be a dumb question. It might not be a dumb question for the person asking it. So just allow them to ask it, and have like, there's a book out called Crucial Conversations.
Okay.
It's such a great book because it gives you really good tips on how to step out of your own personal experiences and like how to look at the whole picture and really bring a conversation back to respect, understanding, and compassion and empathy instead of getting so like stressed out about it and offended and, you know, insulted. Because
Sure.
not everybody's out to like fight everyone.
Most people aren't.
No,
And
right.
it's a lot of time it's our own insecurities that are like
Yeah.
revving us up.
And we need to stop that.
Yeah. Tap that down a little bit. Hey there. Thanks for watching the Manufacturing Alliance podcast. If you like what you saw, click here to watch the full interview. Or you can click our channel link here. But either way, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. That's it for now. Take care and God bless.